Did you know, Tom, that your shotgun that you have in your home for self-defense is now going to come, if this bill is passed, and I don't know if this is true, but this is what I'm being told. My 7-round pump-action shotgun that has 7 rounds in it will now become a $10,000 fine and a mandatory jail term if I'm to have this after this law is passed, because it's now considered too many, shotgun shells in my shotgun. If it goes to that level, if that's really true, isn't that a little ridiculous?
Tom, I don't think something like that will happen. There was, there is a bill introduced by Ed Myers, state senator from Branford, Guilford area, which would basically prohibit the sale of anything other than a single shotgun. I don't think that bill will ever pass this year. I shouldn't say ever. I don't know what's going to happen 10 years down the road. That bill's not going to pass. New York did a magazine limit of 7. I don't know if they included shotguns, but that's not been a discussion in Connecticut. And a lot of the discussions that we try to have is separating, a hunter sportsman from other things. And so I think looking at shotguns is not something that's necessarily on the table.
Continue the discussion on the guns. I really didn't realize that Newtown was your jurisdiction. And when you started talking about that, I could see a change in your demeanor, and it really, really affected you. So, I think this discussion should be for another day. I don't think it's fair to you to be standing up here
that's all right.
talking about.
Look,
but what I would say is that the background stuff and the checking of people is a very good idea, because, and let's not even think about Newtown. The other stuff that's happened around the country and around the world, these are deranged people. These are sick people that have had problems with the law, or it could have probably been identified if it checked people out. Because a good person's not going to, legal gun owner's not going to probably do that.
Well, and mental health has to be.
I like to see.
That's right. Look, I'm here. I'm going to stay here.
Imagine knowing.
I'm not going to satisfy everybody, but I'm going to stay here till I can answer every question. And again, I'm still going to try to get him to help me answer some of them. But
again, I seen how you reacted, and maybe we can push this discussion for another day, because knowing people and being part of that community, got to be really difficult.
Let's talk about it. No problem. This gentleman.
What point I want to make is that there's only one thing that really bugged me about the whole gun debate, the legislative debate, the law debate, is that all other states are farther along than us. When is Connecticut going to lead on any important piece of anything? We're not. And that's the only thing that bugs me. I don't care about whether or not it's the details of the law, but we're so far behind, we don't have anything ready for the floor yet, from what I understand. So get in gear, get it done.
Well,
and it's for us. Whether you care if you have an AR-15 or a 7-round shotgun, I don't care. Just if it has to be done in phases, do it in phases. Get the stuff we need out there first to prevent the guns getting into the wrong people's hands. And frankly, what my opinion is on guns is irrelevant. Just get it done.
And I think something will get done. I would just respectfully say that part of, and there are a lot of people who think we're moving too fast. I don't want to do what they did in New York and pass a law where their citizens wake up the next day and say, what did we do? And they're now actually looking at how they can unravel some of the stuff they've done. I'm proud that we've had 4 public hearings so far, and I think once we have a final bill drafted, we'll have another public hearing so people can see the language. I don't care whether it's 100 or 1,000 people that come up to the Capitol. People express their opinions. Some, I was even, heckled by some people at, events. That's fine. That's, I would much rather have all of that public participation, even if it takes us a little bit longer than what they did in New York. But